2022 has been another incredible year in Strongman, and today we're bringing you 22 interesting facts and stats. Lizzie, get your stats out.
So this one is very much for our fellow strongman nerds. Now, I have put in the research. I really hope I got it all correct because some of it's hard to verify and you don't know if you're checking in all the right places. But as far as we can tell, these are 22 very accurate facts and stats about the 2022 season.
Fact number one is who competed the most. We had a lot of athletes doing many competitions this year, but number one on the list is Kelvin de Ruyter from the Netherlands. 11 international competitions. That is the most out of any other athlete.
Now, while he didn't do the most international competitions, the man who racked up the most wins this year was Ivar Schmugstelis, who won 5 competitions.
The heaviest weight lifted this year was by Tyler Sigurdsson at Canada's Strongest Man, where he did a mammoth backlift of 1,123 kilos. I like a backlift.
So the oldest competitor at a pro international show this year was Mark Felix when he competed at the World's Strongest Nation, aged 56 years, 7 months and 9 days. Now, I did try and do this for the youngest, but I got a bit lost because when you factor in all the Strongman Champions League guys and everything, there was just almost too many to look at. But I'm quite certain Mark was the oldest. Another little tidbit for you. If Mark Felix competes in next year's World's Strongest Man competition, then he will overtake Odd Haugen as the oldest man to compete at Worlds when he will be 57 years old.
It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty old. No, I can't see.
This year was the first time since 2008 that we had 4 returning champions to World's Strongest Man. But unlike in 2008, all 4 made the final. We had Brian Shaw, Martin Zlissis, Alexei Novikov and Tom Stoltman. So Auntie Liz, who were the 4 returning champions in 2008?
They were Marius Pudzianowski, Phil Pfister, Janni Virtanen and Magnus Samuelsson. Janni and Magnus did not make the final. So there you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh look, you get to talk about your favourite again.
But going back to Mark Felix, this year he broke the record for the most appearances at World's Strongest Man when he competed in his 17th. It's a lot.
I remember watching Mark on TV thinking, oh, it'd be cool to compete against him.
He's still doing it.
I went to 11, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
And Mark is still going.
Yeah, 11 gets you on a list of like most...
I'm on a list, that's for sure. I'm on a few lists, but Mark Felix is top of that list.
Yeah, he is.
At OSG this year, 2 athletes managed to win their competitions before the last event. One of those just so happened to be Mark Felix in the Masters. The other was Andrew Clayton in the under 105 class. Brilliant performances by both of them in that competition.
Masters 50 plus. I don't know how Mark kept creeping in. I didn't mean to look at him. Like, I wasn't specifically looking.
People are going to start talking.
I know, I don't know, it's weird. Now this one's complicated, so let me concentrate. This year, when Martin Zlissis and Bobby Thompson made it onto the Arnold Strongman Classic podium, they continued the longest streak by any country to always have one of their countrymen on the Arnold Strongman Classic podium. That country is obviously the USA, and this is their 14th year. So 14 years in a row, there has always been an American on that podium. Do you care to name the Americans?
What year are we going back to?
So we're going back to 2008. Can you name
2008?
At least one American in each year?
Travis Altmaier?
No.
Okay, Derek Poundstone.
Yes.
2009 would be Derek Poundstone.
And Travis, yeah.
Yeah. 2010, Derek Poundstone. 2011, Derek again.
Brian Shaw. And?
Do I have to do all of them? I'm just trying to think of one on the podium.
Oh yeah, sorry, and Mike Jenkins.
Yeah. 2012, Mike Jenkins. 2013, Brian Shaw, second to Lalas.
Yeah.
2014, Brian Shaw again. 2015, Brian Shaw. 2016, Brian Shaw. 2017, Brian Shaw.
Yeah.
2018, Brian Shaw.
Yeah.
2019, Brian Shaw.
No.
He was 19. This is.
Yeah.
2020. Who was in there? 2020. 2020 was a funny year. Lisses.
Yeah. Yeah.
2021
Didn't happen.
2022
Yeah.
Martins Lisses.
And Bobby Thompson.
Yeah.
Well done, Lizzie. That's not bad. That's good.
Okay.
That's hard.
It's harder than I was expecting.
Yeah.
So Tom Stoltman's amazing World's Strongest Man performance was the biggest margin victory since 2005, where Mariusz Pudzianowski beat Jesse Marundi by 14 points. Tom's point margin was 10.5 ahead of second place, and Tom did that with only winning one event.
So 2022 became the 10th straight year when 3 different countries were represented on the World's Strongest Man podium. Do you care to play this game with me? So this year, I'll give you this one. It was USA, UK and Ukraine.
Yeah.
Last year
was UK, it was USA, and it was Canada.
Yes. 2020?
Novikov, Ukraine, Tom Stoltman, UK, and Canada, Jeff Cron.
Yeah. 2019?
2019, America, Iceland, 2019, and Poland.
Yes.
2018. 2018, we had Iceland, America, Poland. No. Yeah? Okay, you were looking at me funny.
So, I didn't want to give you the answer.
2017 is UK, Iceland, America.
Yeah, so that's the 6th year.
Yeah. 2016 was America, Iceland, Lithuania.
No. UK. Eddie was on the
Oh yeah, of course
podium.
it was.
He was
UK.
in 3rd place.
Yeah. 2015, Lithuania is on the podium.
Yes.
With Iceland and America.
Yes.
And it was pretty much like
That
for
all
a
the
few
way
years.
through. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's right. Well done. And speaking of record-breaking streaks,
It's The Undertaker.
No, what? This year, when Brian Shaw made the final, he beat his own record for the most consecutive finals, which is 14 now, where he's made the final of World's Strongest Man consecutively.
The 2022 Arnold Strongman Classic was the first year in its history that there was no deadlift whatsoever. At the beginning of 2022, we took a look at the history of the Giants live competitions, and number 1 on that list was Hafthor Bjornsson with 9 wins and 10 podiums. Alexei Novikov wasn't in that top 10 list, but after the 2022 season, he is now firmly in 5th place with 3 wins and 7 podiums.
Out of the 30 athletes competing at this year's World's Strongest Man, 10 of them were first-timers, which is the most first-timers we've had since 2016.
At OSG this year, there was 11 different titles up for grabs, but only 2 athletes managed to retain their titles from the previous year. Number 1 was Adrina Savickas in the over 40s Masters, and number 2 was Nadia Stowers in the under 82 kilo women's class.
At this year's World's Strongest Man, Martins became just the 4th man to place 2nd in the World's Strongest Man final without winning a single event. Other men on that list include Magnus Ver Magnusson in 1993, Zydrunas Savickas in 2003, and then Vitaitas Lalis in 2012. Not one win.
Variety in events at Giants Live. In 2021 and 2022, Giants Live put on 6 competitions. In 2021, they featured 17 events, with Atlas Stones turning up 6 times and the Axel Deadlift turning up 5. This year, they featured 20 different events, and the most we saw an event was only 4 this time, with the Atlas Stones and Axel Deadlift both appearing 4 times and the Power Stairs appearing 3.
And sticking with Giants Live and variety, in the 2021 shows, they had a total of 29 different athletes compete in those competitions. But in the 2022 season, they had 42 different competitors in total. And that, of course, included 6 women. We've never seen the women at Giants Live before.
At the Arnold 2022, we had 5 rookies for the first time since 2005. Those athletes were Luke Stoltman, Tom Stoltman, Yevgeny Markov, Maxime Boudreau, and Trey Mitchell. And while it was only in its 2nd year, the Rogue Invitational had 7 new athletes, with just 3 returning from the previous year.
In his debut year of Strongman, Mitch Hooper competed in 7 pro international competitions. He won 2 of them, he placed on the podium of 6 of them, and in total he won 12 individual events. Now I have looked and looked and looked to see if anyone else has had a rookie year like this, and I cannot find anything close to comparable. And I've looked at guys that burst onto the scene, like really burst, but no one, as far as I can tell, has had a first year like Mitch Hooper. And his year doesn't even end until World's Strongest Man next year. Let's remind ourselves.
And finally, Tom Stoltman's win at the 2022 World's Strongest Man ended a 5-year streak of different champions. So he's a 2-time champion now. Can he go on and win once again in 2023?
Without looking, what was the 5-year streak, Lasse? Started in 2017.
17 was Eddie Hall.
Yeah.
Then we had Hafthor Bjornsson, then we had Martins Lissis, then we had Alexei Novikov, and then obviously Tom Stoltman.
All right, well done. That's fine.
And before that, we had 8 years of back and forth between Zydrunas Savickas and Brian Shaw.
That's it then, Lasse. I don't know if they're any good.
Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed them. I did. There was some fun stuff there to play along to as well. You know, I know you like testing my
I do like to test you.
strongman knowledge.
I do.
Hopefully
You passed. No, you did all right. Yeah.
If Liz got anything wrong, please comment below. We like to make sure we kind of keep her in her place here, but you did a good job. So
thanks. We think.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, give it a thumbs up, comment below, and we'll see you guys next time.